in the market. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. It is, I mean, guys, I keep trying to tell you. It is off to another very, very hot start to the week for the LTMP group. We're going to do a couple of recaps on really one of the trades in particular that I gave out to you guys over this weekend. Congratulations. A lot of you guys are up well over 100% on that one so far. We've got a lot of things to talk about here too, guys, but again, I just keep showing you guys the results from the LTMP group are unlike anything you guys are going to see anywhere else. And we have a lot going on this week too, especially with PPI and CPI coming out towards the middle and end of this week. We have PPI Wednesday, CPI Thursday, and that's obviously gonna bring the potential volatility back into the market here. That is kind of the last kind of big piece of data that we are going to be receiving before the next FOMC meeting. So the question now, guys, like I was talking about last week, is it's not really a question now on if we're going to be getting a rate cut, it's how big. Are we going to be getting a 50 or a 25 basis point rate cut at this September meeting? Right now, or when we looked this morning, the odds were at about like 10% for a 50 basis point rate cut, and about 90% for a 25 basis point rate cut, which again is kind of what we would expect out of the market. Some of you guys were asking me about TLT, the bond trades that I like to hand out. Guys, it's very... Last year, we saw a lot of those bond trades, and you could see me like bottom and top ticking the bond market because the market was honestly acting really stupid when it came to rate cut expectations, and they're not really doing that this year. So there's not a whole lot happening on the bond market front. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we start getting into everything specifically over here, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but helps me out a whole lot in spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, I don't make money from these streams. I'm demonetized on YouTube for handing out too many 1000% trades. It's stupid. I know. But hey, we're all making money over here. So, Amazon, are we close there? Oh yeah, Amazon's really close on the daily and the weekly here. So I actually would be interested in this one, but we'll talk about that one in a second. Let's see what we've got in here. Start going through some things. HIMS was looking a lot better this morning. It's still looking okay. Neo is trying to reclaim the 10, but we're gonna go through all those specifics in a minute here. So, let's see. We've got 1 of 1, Romeo, Gerald, Don, Jerry, Rogue, Tor, Boomtown, Reaper, Gabby, Dawn, Vito, D. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys are halfway there to being a quarter of the way to the like goal over here. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Keep smacking that on the way in. Again, I just keep showing you guys time and time again how easy the market can actually be. You just got to pay attention. It is not that difficult. So Neo over here really trying to reclaim its daily 10 exponential moving average here. We'll see if it's able to do that. There's nothing really that you need to be doing on Neo right now in the short term. It's kind of just hovering around this daily 10. I'd like to see it pop back above and use that area as an area of support. Then we can get another setup, potentially very similarly to the one that I gave you guys. One of the last big over 1000% gain trades that I handed out to the LTMP community on that $5 break. So that's what we would be looking for there again. Sofi is actually starting to set up pretty nicely here too. We could easily see some short-term bullish action here on Sofi. It's not perfect, but we do have an interesting setup starting to form on Sofi here, so make sure you guys are aware of that. HIMS, again, like I told you guys on Twitter, I mean, I gave this one to you guys on this day here, right around 43. Stock hit highs of what? Almost 51.50 today. Currently trading at 49. If you guys were kind of dipping your toe back in at these levels, good for you. Pay attention or pay a premium, guys. We ended up taking the short-term trade on the break of 46.27 here. Still looking okay. I want to see this thing reclaim 50, maybe make an attempt back at 51 today, but we'll see. Not the best looking daily candle right now, but HIMS is so volatile. I'm perfectly fine with letting this thing kind of flicker around just because of how big this trade could potentially be. When HIMS gets going, we could see some absolutely crazy action here. So Amazon is looking good though. So everybody in LTMP, you guys know the deal. Again, prices are going to be increasing at the end of the month again. So if you guys are still sitting on the sideline, the price that you join at is the price that you're locked in at. If you join later, the longer that you join or take to join, the higher the price is. So again, pay attention or pay a premium. Make sure you guys are hopping in there before it's too late. I really only want the most serious people coming in there that are actually willing to learn. But let's see here. What do we got on Amazon? Amazon looks good. Weekly setup on that thing. It looks interesting on the daily. Let's see. Again, with PPI and CPI, guys, you do not want to be going crazy. Let me in. They're being a bunch of silly gooses over here. Oh, I got it. Cool. All right, let's see what we got. So, again, guys, keep smacking that like on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot spreading these streams out. I mean, I feel like this is probably the best kept secret on the internet at this point. I mean, you guys see all the crazy trades I hand out all the time. How are you missing these? How are you still missing them? I don't know. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me that more people don't operate in the market the way we do. And I'm just going to keep showing you guys the most disgusting trades firing off in the market like we're supposed to. Let's see. We've got, I want to kind of talk, I do want to talk a little bit about open here as well. This is not something that any of you guys, in my opinion, should be buying at these levels up here. I think it's really stupid. Especially when I gave this one to you guys down in the $2 range. It's all the way up. It hit 7 today too. This is not something that you want to buy. You are seeing a lot of retail hype. You are seeing a lot of crazy price targets. You're seeing a lot of people talking about, oh, this is a rate trade. The problem with talking about this being a rate trade, guys, is that it is already fully priced in. You can't have a stock go from, what, 80 cents all the way up to $7 and still think that, oh, this is going to be pricing in rates coming down. That is not how this works. All of the rate trade on this is priced in at this point. The only thing that's happening now with this name is just hype. That's it. It's just hype. Could it continue? Yes. But the problem is, and this is the thing that experienced market participants will realize, and that's why it sounds like those of us that have been around for a while and are actually very good at this, it sounds like we're talking down, and it's not. The reason why, like, all of us will talk about these types of names in the way that we do is because we know what the outcome is going to be. There are going to be a lot of people that are buying this stock up at here at $6, $7. And the problem with that is that, again, could it continue up to 10? Sure. But there's going to be so many inexperienced market participants getting into this thing that are just going to continue holding for a moonshot because people think that this is going to 100. And then let's say it crashes back down to $2 there and they are absolutely rinsed. That's a problem. And that is going to happen at some point with this name. It will come crashing down pretty hard because, again, you can't have these stocks just go up like this indefinitely. You're not seeing a great daily candle here. But again, if you guys got in on the trade idea that I outlined for you guys in the twos, you're sitting at a really good spot. You should have been able to take profits at this $5 level here. Your stop should be well in profit, and you can just ride it out. But that's the thing. It's the reason why everybody in LTMP is able to have so much more success than you see everywhere else on these bigger platform or these people that have bigger platforms than me, is because, again, like the way that we operate in the market is better. You're getting in at the origin of the move. It's the first point at which these stocks can start making massive moves. So, again, Amazon's looking like it's off to a hot start here too. What am I up on these? Ooh, nice. Nice. I'm already up like 10% on Amazon, 12%. There we go. Nice. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we're going to have some fun this week, guys. We have PPI and CPI coming out. So again, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. I'm going to be making some more YouTube videos for you guys this week too. I want to see HIMS get back above 50, start moving. Amazon looks really good here. So we'll see. We'll keep it going. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. First target on Amazon, 242.50. So him starting to march back up here a little bit. I want to see this thing reclaim 50 and then hold there. That would be really good. MSOS here too, guys. Remember, any of you guys that were following along with those cannabis trades, I mean, I gave you guys MSOS at 323. It ran all the way up into this $6 area here. $6 was that next take profit area. It hit 602. And then we saw this big, nasty daily candle here that I did not like. I talked about this being the sign of a local top on Twitter there. And that's exactly what happened. Now you are seeing it kind of sell through this daily 10 EMA. You're back testing it now with a bear flag setup. I would not be bullish on MSOS In the short term here, the only thing that you are looking at now on MSOS is the potential for news to come out, and that's it. You're really just hoping and praying for news to come out. So this is another really good example, guys, of why you want to be operating in the market the way we do in LTMP, because the entry was at 324. You can witness all this volatility up in these levels here if you wanted to. If you wanted to throw your stop and profit at like the 200 or down below this level here. That is the smart way to be operating in the market, not chasing these names at the highs once they've already moved, you know? Like, that's not a smart way to be operating in the market. So, but again, for those of you guys still sitting on the outside too, the September deal for LTMP, 50% off your first month. Oh, we haven't even talked about A-Lab yet. We haven't even talked about this. Guys, everybody in LTMP that took A-Lab is done for the week now. Done for the week. You're welcome. It was within 30 minutes of the market open. The breakout level that I outlined for everybody on Sunday was this kind of, what was it, 190. What is the actual alert though that I gave you guys? Let's see. A-Lab weekly, 199.25. So as soon as that broke that one, kind of right around market open, you guys were able to get that one. And just taking a look at some of the community gains here, Dawn hit it for 180%. With all of the data and all the volatility that we could be witnessing this week, you guys are done. You don't have to do anything else. And that's the beauty of this. So that's another epic trade that you guys missed by not being in there with us. Prices are going to continuously go up every single month. If you guys want to get 50% off your first month and lock in the lower rate, use code September. And then again, just connect your WAP account to your Discord, or your Discord account to your WAP account, and then you're good to go. Here's the link right there. Make sure you guys hop in before it's too late. Amazon hit? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm in it. I'm up what? 12.5% on it right now. Looking good. Looking good. Good setup there. We'll see if it can follow through. First target, 242.50. Right here. We'll see what we get. You know, simple. Guys, the market, it's so funny because like once you see how simple like the operating in the market, especially from a short-term perspective, can actually be, the whole world opens up to you because you look at things. It's like taking the red pill. You're like, wait, what? All these people that are saying to do all these things are just nonsense? It's like, yeah, sorry to tell you, but best Discord ever, safe in big gains and way less stress. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, keep smacking that like on the way in. We got a smaller crowd here today. I'm surprised, especially after all the epic trades I hand out all the time. Let's see. Amazon looking good. Hims, again, it did flash 50 here for a second. I've been watching it. I want to see that thing start to move back above. This could be back testing some EMAs, though, which I wouldn't really like that much. Oh, no, it's just flatlining on top of the 15-minute 10. That's good. That's kind of what you want to see on this thing, holding right around there. Amazon's looking good at 237. If the market continues here like this today and kind of goes for these NFP highs, which would be very aggressive to see happen today, just because we have PPI and CPI coming up this week, I mean, this Amazon one could be good. But again, the outcome of one individual trade, guys, is so meaningless when every single move that I outline has the ability to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of %. You guys see it every single week. How many 1,000% trades have I handed out in the last 2 months? 8? 10? Something like that. You only need to hit one. One of those 8 to 10 trades would have made your entire year. You just need one. So we'll see. Him starting to move back up here. That's good. Amazon looks good. That A-Lab move was nasty. And again, that $15 area that I was outlining for you guys was perfect. And they do? Yeah, they're nasty. They're nasty. It's the best trades in the market every single time. Hims looks good. Yeah, Neo, again, I would like to see this thing reclaim the 10. It doesn't look like it wants to here, though. Where's Palantir today? I want to kind of take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, I think they snap it up, honestly. I really do think that they snap Palantir up and not down. The sellers have had a lot of opportunities on this thing to take it lower, and they haven't been able to, even with the volatility that we've seen in the market. So I don't know if they're going to be able to, unless, obviously, we get some very negative reactions off of PPI and CPI. Then you obviously could see Palantir start to move back down, maybe to this 130 area. But other than that, I really wouldn't, I think they snapped this back up. Hims is starting a little bit of a march here. I think if you get back above this, what is that, 50.42? You might start trending back towards those highs there today, which would be very, very, very fun to see. HD struggling. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of gap. I mean, it looks like it just wants to set up again there at the hive. That's kind of what that looks like there. Alt I in Palantir looks amazing. No, I know. I showed that in... I either showed that on one of the streams last week, or I showed it in the YouTube video this weekend, which hopefully you guys all saw. You should have. I don't know why you wouldn't. Gold looking epic here as well, guys. Remember, this is one from 2 weeks ago that I gave to the group. I was long. I bought like $22,000 worth of GLD shares, which is, I mean, not crazy, but pretty good. I know Ryan now over here up 235% on the October gold position that he nailed. Great work, guys. I'm telling you, I've said it before. I've said it. I'll say it again. I'm just going to keep handing out the best trades in the market to all of you. It's just what we do. You either see it at this point or you don't. Him's looking good. Amazon looking. Everything's looking good. Well, UNH faded there. I don't know where it is now, but I just cut that one towards break even. Yeah, it's coming back up. I just didn't like the drama on it, and then seeing that thing be at 323 in the pre-market and then selling off. So you guys are still in it. Great. I mean, it never came down below yesterday or Friday's low, so you guys, it's still valid. Again, the drama though, I'm just not going to sit there for it. So, could have made a mistake on it, but that's okay. I like how Amazon looks. I like how Hims is starting to look here, kind of curling back up on the 15-minute here. That could look very fun, especially with the market doing what it's doing. Ooh. And we're 14 likes away from 50 on the stream. We got a lot of slackers in here this morning. Uh-oh. Oh, also, no stream next Monday, but I'll be live in... Or not live, but I'll be around in the Discord with you guys. So, just letting you guys know. No stream, but I will be around. Yeah, Hims is starting to move here a little bit again. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so I think I was up at one point today on the Hims at like 50-something%. I'm at 34% on them right now. Looks good. I think if Hims does what it's shown us it can do in the past, this is going to be our next 1,000% trade. Don't chase it now. You're late. You're late. That's what being an LTMP is for. So you guys fully understand the entries, the exits, things like that. But yeah, Hims is starting to move up here a little bit, which I like. Amazon looking good. Market looking pretty good here. They tried to run, it looked like they were going to try and run a little kill sequence on this thing, and then the buyers stepped back up and are starting to push this thing higher into the, into kind of these NFP volatility areas. So that's very, very interesting. But yeah, be very, very, very careful taking like full-size positions going into PPI and CPI this week. If we see good setups, which we have, especially on A-Lab, congratulations again to all of you guys in LTMP that were able to nail that, then sure, we can kind of take some smaller size positions to see if we can take advantage of some of this volatility, but this is a week to be careful. This is definitely a week to be careful. So market chopping around, Hims looking good. I'd like to, again, I want to see this thing get back above 51. That's kind of what I want to see on this thing. Obviously, you're seeing a little bit of volatility, which is obviously to be expected on this thing, but it's still up 4% on the day, guys. Like, it's looking really good from the entry that I gave you guys on Twitter. Those of you guys in LTMP know exactly what to look for with this one. But again, I'm going to warn you again. Prices are going up for LTMP. Again, at the end of the month, the price you join at is the price you lock in, so don't miss it. Oh, UNH is starting to move here. UNH is starting to move back up. So congratulations to everybody that held. I just cut that one at break even. I didn't really want to sit there with the drama, and I like Amazon. Palo's looking good. I mean, we can take a look at this one too. Yeah. Oh my God, guys, here's another one. Here's yet another one. So that first target on Palo Alto there is around 200. Congratulations again to those of you guys. I could this is the problem. It's not really a problem, but there are too many of these Hims moving there. That's good. There are too many of these epic trades that fire off for me to kind of showcase to you guys all the time. That's why I just show you guys the really big ones too. Like Palo could turn into a really big one. Hims could turn into a really big one. Same thing here with Amazon. But there's so many of them that we nail. It's like I forget about them. Like Palo looks great here. First target's at 200. You've got $2.50 away to be able to go take some profits off on Palo there. Congratulations again, everybody. There you go. We do this every single week. Every week. So I'll throw the link in the live chat here for you guys, for those of you guys that are still sitting on the sidelines. But yeah, lock in the lower rate, get 50% off your first month, and you'll be good to go. The prices are just going to continuously go up. You guys have had over a year, or almost a year at this point, to hop in there and learn these skills. now it's going to be more expensive to do so. So gold looking phenomenal here, though. This is just perfect. Like, this is like, oh my God, this whole big like consolidation period that you saw in here, the weekly chart was great. You break to the top side of that range, and then boom. So Amazon fading a little bit there, but still looks really good. It's just moving with the market. Yeah, him's looking pretty good here too. I want to see it kind of push through this area. That's what we want to see on that. 39% on the hims position right now. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But that could, if it goes like the way we think it can, that could easily be a multi-hundred, or even if it gets back to those recent highs, like multi-1,000% trade. So that's kind of what we're looking for on that one. And that's like the reason why you guys see like so many positive results and positive feedback for LTMP is because of the way that we operate. Because it's like, if every single setup has the ability to run multi-hundreds or multi-thousands of percent, it makes it very, very difficult for you to go into any steep periods of drawdown, because the losses are so small and the winners are so big and the winners are so consistent, like I've shown you guys all the time. And it's not hard to spot. Like, I know it seems crazy. You might be like, oh, it's really hard to find these like big moving trades. It's like, it's really not. It really is simple. Once you go through the course curriculum videos that I have for you guys in LTMP, you're going to be like, it's that easy? It's like, yep. It's that simple. So Palo looking really good here. It's just the psychological level really at 200 and a good kind of area off of that move. But next target after that one, if you have a little bit longer dated on this thing, is like 207. It's like 206.90 right here. Hims moving again, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. What am I up on these now? 41%. That's good. UNH is still looking good, so if you guys are still in that, I just didn't want to sit there with the drama on it. I didn't like how it ran up to 323 in the pre-market and then got nuked back down to 315. Not a fan of that. So first kind of big target for those of you guys that took that UNH is 326.60, and then the big one is 341.84. Those are those big areas in there that you want to be looking for. We are 11 likes away from 50. We got a lot of slackers today. A lot of slackers. Yeah, and then if you guys have any questions about individual tickers, the market, trading, anything, just ask. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do these streams with you guys. Yeah, if Hims can bust through these hot 51, 57 here, that'd be big time. That would be real big time. I mean, again, if the market kind of continues up here into these NFP highs, it might do it. It can always get a mind of its own, but Bitcoin is definitely trying to flip. Alfie pointed that out. I looked at it briefly this weekend too. It does look like it's trying to flip here. It's not a perfect setup, but like if you break 113,400 basically on Bitcoin there, that could end up looking really good. So like, where's coin? Is coin looking good here? Not really. Hood is moving really significantly off of the S&P inclusion, but IBIT would probably be the one that I would trade off of it. It's going to have a different looking chart, but I would trade IBIT off of the Bitcoin chart. That's what I would be looking to do. Hims looking good. Here we go. Yeah, about 44% on Hims right now, 45. Nothing crazy, but it looks really good. I have Octobers on that one, so I'm giving it a little bit more room to breathe. ARIS, we can take a look at that. Water, ooh, no, this is buyout or something. I would not be looking at this. Like these big gap ups and then it goes flat, usually that's like buyout or merger or something. So no, I wouldn't even consider this. This isn't even earnings. Like this is probably a buyout. But I see what you're looking at. That's a good. It's like but like you got to see the other side of it too, where it's like if it's doing that, where it gaps significantly and then flatlines, that's usually like there was buyout news or merger or something. It's usually how it goes with those. Neo's still trying to flip the 10 here. That's what you need to see on Neo. UNH still looking good, kind of running back towards those highs. So I'm out of that at break even. Just because I didn't like the drama. But those of you guys that are still in it, it's looking good. Ooh, community gains. What do we got in here? Jose. There you go on Amazon. Attaboy. Yeah, the big trade from today already, though, was 180%. So you guys, if you were in LTMP, could have almost like 3x'd your money already this week on one trade. What are we doing? It's interesting that I'm like, all right, guys, let's. It's like, do you want to make money or not? Is really the question. Do you want to make money or not? All of you can do this. It's very, very, very simple. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So the link is in there. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Use code September to get 50% off your first month and lock in the lower rate because prices will be increasing yet again this month, but the price you join at is the price you pay. It'll never go up on you. Cashing in the gains when you see them. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I think this is something that I see a lot of you guys doing. You're really worried about data. Don't worry about data. Worry about sizing. You can still take trades going into data. You just have to size them more appropriately. That's it. It's like, I see a lot of you guys sometimes, it's like, well, oh my God, there's data coming up. And yes, we have to be aware of that and concerned about it, but we shouldn't sit here and be like, well, I'm just going to do nothing on these good setups because there's data coming out. It's like, well, that's a fair point, but you also can be like, well, I could just size them a little bit smaller, size it for 0, and just let the trade go. Because if the data is going to come out positive, okay, great, the trade's going to probably rocket faster in your favor, which is great for options. But if it doesn't, you've already predefined the risk and you're fine. That's what I want you guys thinking about more. It's like, worry about sizing versus the actual data coming out, you know? Because there are still really good trades to be taken around data. UNH is looking great here still. So, again, I just didn't like it dropping the way it did off of 323, but the buyers are definitely taking that one higher here, which is nice to see. So, congratulations to those of you guys that are still in this. There you go. That's an epic looking setup. Him's looking good. Amazon looking good. Another good start to the week for LTMP, guys. Yet another one. So make sure you guys hop in. Lock in this lower rate. Prices are going way higher for LTMP too, guys. Like, I don't think you guys realize. The prices are going to go up every single month until I just decide to stop. It should be way more expensive than it is right now. Way more. I have people making $20,000 in a trade. I've handed out over 10x trades in the last 2 months. 10 of them. Don't miss these. Don't miss these trades, guys. Amazon looking good. Amazon could do it too. Him's looking pretty good. Yeah, first target on Amazon, again, 242.50. J&J going back up. You take a look at that. Palo's still looking good here. New highs. That's awesome. J&J. Yeah, it's on the watch list. It's a decent setup. It's not great, though. So just be careful with it. It looks good, though. That's a good one. I like the healthcare theme going into the rest of this year. Where's XLV today? Because it wasn't performing very well. Yeah, it's still holding. I mean, again, you break this, you get above this 200 EMA again on XLV, I think you're going to have some fun. Rates coming down will help it, but it's not the end-all, be-all. I think you can easily still see a rotation back into healthcare. But the real value is you will learn how to do it too. Exactly. Well, Daily Taylor, right. That's the main reason why you see so many people in LTMP having so much more success than they do everywhere else. Because a lot of these other people are just being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to alert you to this. And then they don't learn anything, and then they end up screwing up trades all the time because they don't actually know what they're doing. The main thing that I focus on in LTMP is making sure that you guys actually understand the exact reasoning behind why you're doing what you're doing. Because if you can understand that, it makes being in the trade a lot easier because you know exactly what you're looking for, right? That's the most important part of the market and trading, is fully understanding the reasons why you're entering, where you are, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and when and why you're going to exit. If you don't understand those things, don't trade. GLD 335. Wow. What a move on gold, guys. What a move. Congratulations to everybody that nailed this one. Again, I keep telling you, I'm going to keep handing out. The purple line here is where the entry was that I gave everybody. There you go. There's another one. You had A-Lab this morning. I wonder where that one is now. Is that thing still cruising? Yep. A-Lab's still way up there above that entry at 198. Great work, guys. I mean, that's another phenomenal one. That was 180% today for you guys. That was great. I just was asleep at the wheel. Like, this thing just ripped too quickly, but a lot of you guys were hunting this one at open. Good for you. I like Amazon, though. That one's probably sitting up, what, 10% for me? Maybe a little less? 5? That's not bad. It's a good start. 38% on HIMS. Yeah, Romeo over here up 400% on GLD. It's awesome. It's awesome, guys. I'm just going to keep doing it for everybody. You're not going to see this stuff anywhere else either. It's like, oh, you know, prices are going up. Lock in the lower rate or continuously get left behind. GLD really ripping there. There we go, man. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. I want HIMS back above 51. That's what I want to see out of that thing. That'd be nice. Amazon at like 238 would be fun, but it's already up a decent amount today with the market kind of fading here, so I wouldn't expect too much out of Amazon today. Good setup, though. On the weekly. Looks good. There's HIMS. Come on, HIMS. Back to 51. Come on. Yeah, 46% on those now. Looking good. And you see how calm and relaxed this is? It's not this like day trading nonsense, the ODTE garbage. It's like you enter the trade, especially with shares too. Like I'm actually considering trading a lot more shares than options now. Just thinking about it, like I really do like the shares trades. Like you guys saw what happened during like the D-Nut AEO Coles week. Like, I really like trades like that. So, like, hunting those out a little bit more and hitting them with shares are very fun. And then you guys saw what happened with okay, I mean, I'll go through another one with you guys. AEO. This was the entry that I gave you guys on AEO here in the 10s, and look what freaking happened to it. The stock was up, what, 77% from entry? Anybody that held the options from down in here is up a gargantuan amount. I just, like, how many more of these do you want to see? How many more? You want me to keep doing it? I'm gonna. I'm gonna. HIMS looking good here. I think HIMS is the next one. HIMS is next up. Especially if it gets like a sliver of positive news. This thing could be at 60 in 2 days. Boom. I'm not saying in the next 2 days. I'm saying like in a 2-day period if it's at 50. One like away from 50. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can at least hit 100 today. We have a 200 like goal on the, what do you call it? Market's moving a little here. Like that AEO move, guys, was just, that was what do you call it? That was 600%. That's what Asian Pelican was able to nail for about $20,000. This stuff works. It works better than anything that I have ever seen. That's why we do it. So I've been doing it forever. Come on, Amazon. Let's get moving here a little. Come on. Come on. Come on. One year inflation. Oh, there goes Amazon. There she goes a little. Yeah. Good start. Up like 14% on those. Fine with that. First target, 242.50. See if we can get there. If we can, awesome. If we can't, again, there's going to be way more. As there always is. Community gains, what do we got in here? Matty T. Oh my God, up 67% on his account in like the last week on HIMS. Attaboy. There you go. There you go. I just like, Not going to see this stuff anywhere else, guys. It just doesn't exist. Oh, here comes Neo. That's, okay, this is what we want to see out of Neo. You really want to see it flip here. 623. If you can flip there and hold on Neo, that's going to be a good sign. Yeah, Neo's moving. LYV, let's take a look. Because that we've traded a lot. That's not a setup. Not a fan of that. You had maybe a setup in here, then you had a lot of volatility on this day, and then no. Yeah, you don't want that. Amazon up, then right back down. Probably with the market. Yeah, a little bit. Hims is looking for 51 again here, guys. That's a really good sign, especially after all the volatility that we saw this morning. Really, really, really good look here on him. So congratulations to everybody that's paying attention. And also, like, is this making sense to you guys? Like, okay, look, we have these setups. I outlined them for you, and you see just how crazy they are. Like, is this clicking for all of you guys? It's like, it's a very simple and repeatable approach to doing this. I hope everybody is starting to just see how powerful it is before it's too late and you can't afford LTMP anymore. So Amazon looks good. UNH looks good here still. Hims is looking really good, especially if it can kind of get back up and clear 51, which it did just do. Going back up above day highs would be big time for Hims. Big time. Yep, UNH still looks good. Looks like it wants to go for that high at some point today. Another $1. That'd be pretty cool. Nice start to the root base. Let's see. Yeah, the only problem I have with that is that the base was the earnings. Like, this is gapping down horrifically on earnings. So this move is probably going to be a lot more volatile. So I'm not going to be touching that. But Hims ripping. There we go. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hims starting to get a little bit of an attempt here at those highs. Come on. Look at that. Look at us. Really see ticker do this? OCTO? I don't know. Oh, that's just... You know what they probably did? They probably announced a Bitcoin treasury or something. I don't know. It's probably nonsense again. Let's see. Is this more nonsense? What'd they do? Did they Bitcoin treasury it? Yeah, kind of. Tom Lee's Bitmine is making their first moonshot investment into Octo, a company that will initiate its first, the world's first world coin treasury strategy. Yeah, whatever. I hate that stuff. I really do hate a lot of this stuff. Because then what you're going to see a lot of retail buy this. Like, they probably bought, like, a lot of them probably bought this thing at like 53 today, and now they're severely underwater, and they're going to continue to be. I really, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, if you're bullish on Ethereum, just buy it. If you want leverage on it, just get leverage on the underlying. The risk, this is what I'm trying to describe to you guys. The risk adjusted returns on those are going to be really bad. There is going to come a time over the next 5 years where Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go into pretty big bear markets, let's say. SBET, BMNR, and a lot of those other ones. There's UNH through the highs. There you go. Those are going to go down way more than Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to. Please be careful. I say this stuff to you guys. I really hope it doesn't go in one ear and out the other. I really do. Amazon looking good. Hims looking good. This type of stuff is just normal retail chase lottery ticket nonsense that none of you need to be doing. Do you know why none of you need to be doing it? Because you all have access to the skills and the tools provided for you by LTMP. You all have the ability to nail these multi-hundred and multi-thousand% gain trades consistently. So if you have that ability and that tool in your toolbox, why would you go chase around stuff that just doesn't make any logical sense? It doesn't make sense to do it, okay? Be careful, please. It's not smart. UNH looking really good here. If this goes, I'm going to be pretty upset that I cut that at break even, but whatever. Let's see, what do we got in community gains here? 99% on Home Depot. There you go. There you go. Hims looking great. Amazon looking pretty good. We're in position A here, ladies and gentlemen. We are in position A. UNH looking good too, so congratulations to everybody that's got that. And then I see a lot of you guys talking about IBM. IBM was not a setup. IBM was one that I outlined for you guys that was a potential setup. It had not formed a solid enough period of consolidation yet, so taking this above here, even though it is moving to the upside, I mean, I'm happy that some of you guys are making money on this, but this is not a setup for you. Not yet. Full port octo. No, I just hate that stuff, guys. The reason why it's because I know what the outcome is. I am 100% certain that there is going to come a time where a lot of retail traders are going to get their like behind handed to them on those. And they're not going to be prepared for it. And they're going to lose a bunch of money and they're going to be like, "Oh, what happened, STV?" I'm going to be like, "I told you so. I told you. I told you to be careful. I told you to not stick your hand on the hot stove and hope you don't get burnt. And you did it anyway." When all you had to do was adopt the LTMP methodology and you could be nailing these multi-100 and multi-1,000% trades with us. That's all you have to do. Right? Just keep it simple. So HIM's looking great over here, looking for those highs. Amazon's still looking good. Waiting for that 300% screenshot on GLD, 277% right now. There you go. That's another one there. Yeah, gold looked phenomenal right here. Wow. I don't know. Maybe I'm up like $2,000 on gold right now. On my gold shares. I don't know. No. $17-ish. Maybe not. I don't know. I only bought like $22,000 of GLD, but I don't think I'll ever sell that. No, I'm up like almost nothing. I want it. I just want to have that in the portfolio. HIMS is making an attempt at those highs here, guys. That's really, really, really good off of that sell-off that we had down to the 15-minute 10 earlier today. That is a very, very, very good sign that HIMS is eating all that up. Really good. UNH looking good here. Really good, actually. Healthcare is catching a bid. HIMS, UNH. So, let's see. Great work, guys, so far this week. Awesome. I'm really proud of all of you guys. Seeing all these gains all the time, you guys coming in, learning, asking really good questions is awesome. It's really, really, really good to see. And then, yeah, for all of you guys that are hopping into LTMP, all you have to do is, again, use code September, get 50% off your first month. It's a little bit more than $1 a day. It's like $35 for your first month. It's nothing compared to what you could potentially generate in the group. As I show you guys all the time. But make sure your Discord account gets connected to your WAP account. It's very, very, very simple. You'll get let right in. I'll send you the start here message, and you can start going through the course curriculum videos and asking me questions. That's the most important part. HIMS is free again for you. There you go, Big Dab. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. This is another really good one. I mean, I'm probably up. You guys have shorter dated contracts than I do. I'm up 53% on them. Not bad. Again, with all the craziness that we have coming up, it's not like this isn't a very big position for me. But again, it's like if it goes, HIMS is free for it. HIMS, again, if you wanted the opportunity to make HIMS free and you have September expiration, I'm pretty sure all of you would have been able to, especially on the pump this morning. So UNH looking phenomenal. Amazon's looking decent. HIMS is looking really good. In position A as usual. In position A, ladies and gentlemen. So, still around 60%. Nice. So you're probably on the Octobers where I am. Which is fine. Because again, what I'm thinking about with HIMS in this base that we saw was the potential for a sustained move back to the upside. That's why I got a little bit longer dated, and it was also a basin break. So I'm going to get a little bit more time on some of those sometimes just to kind of like be able to, if it wants to actually get all the way back up to 70, I have enough time to hold it. Just holding shares. Nice, Caesar. Nice. So I'd like to see what happens to it. If it can go up and break today's high, that would be very, very, very... Oh, Neo. Neo is flirting with Friday's high, and that's actually a really good sign, guys. That is a very, very good sign. You paid full price for LTMP? Oh, well, here's the thing, Elgene. There was no discount last week, but you locked in the lower rate. All the people that are joining now are going to lock in this lower rate, but they didn't get the last week's lower rate. So again, like I'm telling you guys, pay attention to pay premium. Prices are going up at the end of this month again. But the price that you join at is the price that you're locked in at. You're never going to pay more. Yeah, because I think you did hop in last week, LG. J&J. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Market pulling back a little. You're at 100% on HIMS on the free contracts now. Maddie, congratulations. Yeah, so it's dropping back down a little bit with the market here, but see what happens. We got a lot of craziness to come this week too, especially with PPI. It is interesting that PPI is before CPI this week because remember, like what we saw out of PPI last round when we got CPI and PPI at the August inflation week was we saw that producers were eating the majority of the cost increases, the price increases of these tariffs. So seeing that PPI is first, if we see that again, people might get a little bit worried going into CPI. So you could see if PPI is either at or a little higher than expectations, you might see the market get a little volatile off of that, like to the downside, but then CPI could bring it back up. So again, that's why I'm saying this week, be careful. 10,355. Yeah, Swingsmith, that's perfect. It's a little, I mean, we were looking at that at what? 46? So you're a little close. I would say it's like, the only issue that I have with it is that we know it's HIMS and it can move a lot. So you're going to see a little bit more implied volatility on the chain. And because of that, we also know the stock can move a little bit more too. So like I have the, what do you call it? The 65s for the monthly October. So I have a little bit more time than you do and a little bit of a further strike. But you're still up 80%. So you did very, very, very well there with your strike selection. Very well. I don't have any problems with that. Amazon looking good. HIMS still, I want to see HIMS go back for that high, which it looks like it wants to do here. So we'll see. Yeah, J&J getting close if you guys want that one. But remember, everything this week should be small. Do not be going crazy because, again, we have PPI first instead of CPI. Be careful. Be very, very, very careful. Some of these can hit. And again, like I was saying before, don't be so caught up with data coming out. Just be more like if you know that data's coming out, just be aware of your sizing. That's it. Like if it's you're usually going to be putting 1% into these trades, go half or a quarter of a percent. Size it down a little bit and maybe be a little bit more selective in the positions that you take. Other than that, it's okay. But again, as you guys are filtering in here too, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Remember, these streams aren't monetized because I've talked too much about how many 10x trades I've given out. That's legitimately why. GLD still looking great here. HIMS is looking for that attempt. You're about, what, 15 cents away from the high of day? That's good. Looking really good here. Again, I keep showing you guys. Then we had A-Lab today too. Where's A-Lab now? A-Lab still crushing. That first target that we had was right around 215. You guys were up over 180%, almost 3xing your money. Because 100 is double, 200 is 3x. I mean, that's like, you're done for the week. Like, if you guys want to be done for the week after this A-Lab move directly off the watch list at like, what was it, 199.25 I think is what I gave you guys. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. That is the power of LTMP. Less trades, more profits, guys. Yeah, I think we might do it here on HIMS. We'll see. The market's got to hold on here. We are going into Euro close. But yeah, looking good across the board. I'd love to see 52 today. 52 would be nice on HIMS. Amazon just kind of flatlining here. Same with the market. Ooh, market got a little dippity dip there. Yeah, but HIMS looks like it wants to march. Let's see what happens with Amazon there, because Amazon's holding well right now, but it might give it back if the market continues lower here. MSOS is not setting up again. MSOS has got a pretty significant bearish setup on the chart right now. This is not a setup at all. Like I said back in here, the $6 target that I gave you guys, on Twitter, everywhere else, was perfect. That was the sign of the local top. This is exactly what you saw. You saw a breakdown below the 10, converging right back into the like a back test of this 10 EMA here, setting up a little bear flag. If I were to pick something on this, it would be downside. The only thing that you're looking at right now on MSOS is you're hoping and praying that the S3 news comes out, which is not something that you really want to do. But again, since everybody was able to enter this one at $3.24, you do have a decent amount of room to let this thing breathe because you're in so early. That's the beauty of LTMP. Shop, we can take a look. I think this kind of wants to set up again. I think if that first target there was kind of 150, 167, it's a little volatile. You're only down 50 something cents today, so if you're still in it, you could leave it. Snow, we can take a look at that in a second here. Not yet, but getting close. And then you want to look at the day trade? Oh, it might. Do you have enough room? What's this? 95 to 16. That's tight. I think that's tight. What happened at Newsmax? It just came down. It just didn't play out. Again, guys, the outcome of one individual trade is completely meaningless to me when every single trade I give out has the ability to run multi-hundreds of multi-thousands of percent. Newsmax is now no longer a concern of mine at all. And think about what I outlined for you guys on that one. I was like, okay, I gave you guys the 14.10 entry. If it can't break 16, then you're probably going to come back down. If you threw a stop at a break even at 14.10, which is exactly what we outlined to do, then you're good. Nothing gained, nothing lost. That's it. Simple as that. Nobody should have let Newsmax go red at all. That would have been a very silly thing to do. And if you did, you really should go back and understand the system that we're trading, because that is not the smart way to be operating. You got married to the trade. HIMS is looking really good here. HIMS is looking for that high. It's like 3 cents, I think. What's the high on this? 56? Oh, yeah, it's really close here. There it is. Come on, HIMS. 52. That's what I want to see on you today. 52. If you guys have short-dated HIMS, 52 is a good spot to start trimming some more if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm up like 59% on HIMS right now. Looking good. I want to see what these contracts are at 53.29. That's kind of my first area that I'm looking to take some profits. And then I forget why I have this. 55, 56. Why do I have this? I don't know. But I do want to be able to let this slink. Amazon moving a little here. And you guys will see it too, like especially when you understand and go through like the risk management videos, you're like the sizing that you have, it's like, okay, well, if every big winner is gonna run 500 to 1,000%, or maybe more sometimes, and the losers are gonna be, I don't know, 10 to 20%, 30 maybe at the max. I'll take trades all day long if that's gonna be our risk reward, man. Caesar, nice. Yeah, I think I forget what it was. I did like this area. I just forget what it was from. I like this. Like, I like 64-63. I really like 70-47. Tell you that. That would be great. That would be so big time on HIMS if we rode it up all the way to there. Oh my god. You sold the position of HIMS for a 50% win and re-entered with a smaller position of shares. Never do that again, Adrian. Never do that again. That's not... You never want to be, like, flip-flopping like that in the market. Please don't do that. If it's off of like a mid to long term investment idea, sure, but like you never want to be like randomly re-entering trades like that after you, because there's a reason why you're selling it, you know. Amazon looking pretty good here, running up through those highs. Those contracts might be up like 20% here. Oh no, just 10. Just 10. Still looking good though. HIM's looking good. We're in position A here, guys. We're looking very solid. I like where we are. Think about it. You're done. All of you guys in LTMP can be done for this week if you hit A-Lab. 180%. Boom. HIMS is looking good. Amazon's looking good. UNH is looking, off to a decent start, but a lot of drama on that name. So, again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm just going to keep showing up on these streams with you guys, showcasing the most epic results that you guys have ever seen in the market. Don't miss your opportunity to keep locking in the lower rate for LTMP. Again, the price you join at is the price you pay. Get 50% off your first month with code September here. Lock in that lower rate and start making these gains with us. It's not that hard. Yeah, Vand, I really do like how SoFi looks right here. It's not clean, so it's not perfect, but you do have a setup here. Like if SoFi were to just have a day where it opened and then ripped through 2662, I would consider it. I really would consider it. It is a very, very solid setup here. I'd like it to look a little bit better though, because again, remember, I own SoFi at $6.55. So even then, the positive price movement to the upside, I'm gonna be a little bit more picky with the setups that I trade on SoFi. So remember the last one that I gave you guys, the weekly breakout at 1360? That was the best one that you could have possibly gotten in at. A lot of you guys, I mean, I could ask the LTMP group or the group members that are in the chat right now, did anybody take leaps on that? Because I think a lot of you guys did, and those were ripping. But the shares on that one too, you're almost up 100% on shares on the secondary entry that I gave you. The 655 one though was nasty. So right now I look at this and I'm like, okay, it's a decent looking setup, but I personally am not going to be oh, I like SoFi as a company from an investment perspective, and I own it at 655, and I'm going to continue holding it. But I'm not going to let my, let's say, love for the business and what it's done over the last, let's say, year and a couple months since I've owned it, dictate what I do on a short-term trade perspective. Because when I look at these charts and I look at SoFi here, there's probably going to be other charts out there that look better than this. And we always want to be thinking about what is the most efficient use of our capital at any given point. So the Amazon chart on the weekly, to me, this is the daily, but it still looks good. Looks a lot better than the SoFi chart. Or the HIMS chart that we're in. Or some of the other ones, I don't know where AXP is, but AXP was an A+ setup going into today. I don't know what it's doing now. Yeah, it's still kind of bouncing off the 10 there, still looks perfect. So that's the way I look at it. You don't want to be just forcing trades onto the chart when you don't have to, So HIM still looks good. Amazon still looks good here. Again, first target 242.50. You turned your SoFi shares into a couple of really nice rifles for Christmas. Nice. There you go. That's awesome. I mean, that's one of my most favorite times of the year, because especially I think this year is going to be crazy to see all of the amazing things that you guys are going to be able to do around the holidays with the gains that you guys have made from being in LTMP. And I know there's a lot of you guys in there that are really crushing it. Even Asian Pelican last week, coming out and showing the 600% gain on AEO. That was 20 grand in one trade for him. All of that is possible for all of you guys in there. You just have to pay attention a little bit. And again, you guys have had a long time to hop into LTMP. I'll throw the link in the live chat here too for those of you guys that are still missing out. But again, prices are going to be going up again at the end of the month here. I am giving you guys another chance to get your first month for 50% off with code September, so don't miss that. But long term, you think Q3 metrics for SoFi earnings combined with rate cuts should put it at 30? I think that's pretty realistic. I think you could definitely see SoFi at 30 in the short term here. I don't have any. I think you could. It really is going to depend on how the market reacts to the cuts. I think people are looking at rate cuts in a different way. I think they're looking at them wrong. I'm actually a little bit worried going into, just for the market in the short term, going through that first rate cut. That's one of the reasons why I started hitting gold a little bit. Because the Fed is, and especially after what we potentially will see with inflation data this week, the Fed, or Powell, has effectively hopped on my side of it, finally, after 8 months of them saying stagflation, 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 and it's you're not going to have those high levels of stagflation. Where is it? But now they're basically saying we're okay with letting inflation run a little bit above target in the long run, as long as growth isn't sacrificed. So when you start to see the unemployment rate going up, the labor market conditions getting a little tighter here, that is a precursor to growth slowing down, which the Fed obviously does not want to happen. So they're going to start cutting. They're going to kind of loosen up some of these conditions a little bit. And now we have to deal with the implications of what that will bring. Long gold. Nova waking up? Is it now? What's going on with Nova? It's moving back up. Yeah, again, I own 1,000 shares of this thing. My average is in the 54s. So I actually don't know where in the 54s. I know it's in the 54s, though. But yeah, that's another one that I really like over the long run there. Novo, I really like that, especially with the potential for healthcare to start snapping back. That's kind of where the UNH comes from too. Ooh, Amazon's looking good here, guys. What am I up on these? Hold on. What do we got here? Uh, 13%. That's not bad. Yeah, looking good, folks. Looking good. Hims back down a little. That's not really what you want to see, but Amazon's cruising right here. Amazon's cruising. And Hims has already had a great day. Like, getting around 51 by close today is big time. Am I playing CPI or PPI anyway this week? No, like what I was talking about before, like we're going to just keep doing what we're doing. The thing that I want you guys to be more concerned about when we have big pieces of data here is sizing, not getting scared of the data. If you're worried, size it really small to a number that you don't care about, or you can sit out. That is still fine, but I wouldn't be like, oh, there's data, and like let that like completely dictate a lot of your decision making, because like you don't have to. You got to think about what's actually driving markets most of the time, and it is economic data, it is earnings. So being able to kind of capture some of those moves sometimes are going to give you some really, really nice buffers on your returns. And then if you're sizing them appropriately, if it doesn't go your way, it's completely fine. You guys have seen, I think I did it with AMD once, where I front ran it into a CPI, but it was really small, and then it was just like an immediate like 800% trade. But think about it, like even if I were to risk a full 1%, okay, so I risk 1 to make 8, 9 actually, if it was like the full size, or I'd lose 1. Okay, I will take that every single time. But again, it's not something you want to be doing a whole lot of, and I would not risk 1% going into like all of this data this week, especially with PPI coming up first. That's what I'm worried about this week, is PPI coming out first. Because it is, the last time that we saw PPI, it was showing that producers were eating most of the costs of the price increases of these tariffs. And I honestly don't think the market's intelligent enough to extrapolate that right now. I really don't. They're going to freak out. Now, granted, it is possible that we do see that that elevated PPI from the last time we saw it trickle down into CPI, but it still doesn't, it's a sliding scale. It's like a spectrum. It's like, how much is it going to affect things and for how long? So Hims back up here a little bit. You got Amazon moving. We're looking good. I'm really happy with where we're at going into the rest of this week, guys, right now. Especially after the results that we've already had, and it's what, 2 hours? No. Yeah, 2 hours into the market. A-Lab, Hims is looking good. UNH is looking good for you guys. You got Amazon cooking. You got, if those of you guys that took IBM, even though you probably shouldn't have, I mean, that I think is still looking good over there. Yeah, I mean, that's a monster move. I know you guys were looking at it above like 249.50 there. I mean, that's another good one. You hope inflation numbers coming good this week? Well, I don't think it changes much in terms of rate cuts. Why is PPI here? No, it's not always here. Sometimes it flips. I don't know the exact reasons why, but it does flip sometimes. Yeah, we are in position A. We're looking good. Amazon's up. What are these up right now? 14%? That's good. I'm happy with where we're at. I like what we have. I like what we're looking at going into this week. Let's see if we get some follow through. If we don't, there's not a whole lot of risk on the table. That's as simple as that. If they all hit, it's going to be 1,000% central. If they don't, okay, a couple paper cuts. That's the name of the game. So I hope you guys are starting to see how powerful this is before it's too late and the prices for LTMP get too high for you, but they are going to continuously go up. So again, the price you lock in at is still the price that you're not, the price you join at, it never goes up on you. So for those of you guys that are still on the sidelines, you have what, about 3 weeks ish till the next price increase. And I'm letting you guys get in for 50% off your first month too with code September. I really shouldn't be giving you guys these deals. It's just like the stuff we do is good enough anyway, but like I try to make it still accessible for you guys too. So 50% off your first month. You're welcome. Giving you guys a gift. And you, decent setup there. Not one that I'm overly interested in. It's banks, regional banks. So like I'm not really the biggest fan of trading banks all that much. Just because they can be a little slow. If you hit them though, they're great. Like that Bank of America trade I gave you guys. Where was it? This one. They grind, but like you hit them, and like I remember you guys coming back into the group because I outlined this for everybody, and then I saw like 400% gains on Bank of America, and I was like, here's another example, guys. Like, when was this? This was the breakout day, was middle of August. Boom, 400%. Like, you really don't need very many of these guys to really crush it. You really only need one. eBay? No. Well, okay, not right now, but yes, if this thing can flip the 10, start flatlining here, yes. I think we hit this too. On eBay. That was a good one. Yeah, just be careful going into this week with sizing. That's all you got to consider. Just be careful with sizing. Amazon's looking really strong here. Real strong. I think that's new highs, isn't it? Oh, no. It's close, though. Real close. So, very happy with where we're at. This is also a good week, especially for all of you guys hopping in to go through the learning curriculum videos and ask me questions and start to understand the process of what we do. It's not going to take you very long, I'll tell you that. It doesn't take very long. What about Palo? I think Palo's still looking really good. Yeah, first target's still 200. That's looking good there. Congratulations to those of you guys still in it. Do you think a 25 basis point cut has already been priced into the market? Depends on what market you're talking about. The equity market, the reaction on it, the most important reaction out of the equity market is actually what comes in the months following. In the bond market, yes, you have seen it priced in. Look at yields. And gold. You're seeing it in gold, but like you can just see it in yields. Look where yields are going. Nosediving. This is showing you that 25 basis points is priced in. Technically, everything gets priced in, if we're being honest. Unless it's a big shock to the market that is like a crazy thing that people like is like a big news drop, everything gets priced in. And then you see some volatility as people just kind of like get used to it and everybody else flies in, and then you kind of go back to business as usual. But like in general, everything gets priced in. Market moving down, dragging HIMs down with it. Amazon currently does not care, and I really like that. Big fan of what's going on with Amazon right now. Really big fan. So let's see if it can hold and continue pushing. I'd still like to see HIMs get towards 52 today. That would be fun if it can. Oh, UNH back above 320. There you go. Yeah, that's another good one from Friday into today. There you go. Up 1.5%. This market snaps back here. I mean, you might see Amazon at 238 pretty quick. Just who knows though? You might have Jeff Bezos coming in to dump on our heads again. Freaking Jeff. I hate when Jeff does that. Stupid Jeff. He's done that before. You can kind of tell though when he's doing it. I don't think he'd be doing it here though. Maybe though. A lot of people of that wealth level are getting a little worried about what we're seeing across the board. Is it warranted? Is it not? Doesn't matter. They're getting a little worried. Yeah, there goes Amazon back down with the market. So we'll see. It was holding pretty well, but again, market dragging it down a little. That's fine. Still looks good. Market would need to snap back here for Amazon to continue. Hims can get a mind of its own, but again, everything's looking pretty solid here to start. Where did A-Lab end up? Is that thing still going? Oh my God, guys. Who's still in A-Lab? The stock is up 13% today after being on the watch list Sunday, and it opened flat. Breakout level was 199. How many more of these are you guys gonna miss? Seriously. How many more? What are you guys up on A-Lab now? That first target was 215. Next target's 220. You might get that. I mean, if this thing gets going here again, which it could, this thing's hanging out at the highs, you could see 220 today. How many more are you gonna miss? Seriously. The next 5? Missed that one? Yeah, but you've been crushing it, Romeo. A lot of you guys just sit here on the streams and you're just like, oh, yeah, look, no, you're just missing money. Like, look at that. That's just, like, put it in the Louvre. This is perfect. Look, you ready? Weekly. Boom. There you go. Breaks the level. Rip. Thanks. Boom. There you go. Pay attention, pay premium. Why did A-Lab jump so much today? I don't know. It was just a great setup going into the... It doesn't matter why it jumped, right? Does it matter why? No. All we were looking for was a great setup going into this week, and there it was. I get way more than I deserve. It's so dirty. Less trades, more profit. True. You've been really crushing it there, Romeo. Gold possibly going to consolidate here? I don't know. I don't know. That's a big weekly breakout going into some rate cuts here, and the dollar's still moving down. I mean, it could. I mean, it's been a great move so far, but I mean, I don't at this point, after like you guys hit gold for over 800%, I was buying the shares on it. That's what I wanted. I wanted GLD shares for the long run. So what am I up on that right now? I don't know. I bought it right at the purple line. What are we up? 5%? It's not bad. I'll take that. Amazon back down. It's okay, though. It's okay. Market's getting nuked. They're nuking it. There's a nuke candle. Let it do its thing. A little past Euro close. Hims is still looking good. But again, I want that thing moving towards 51 because of how volatile it is. I don't really want to see it drop below 50 again. We'll see. Amazon creeping down. UNH still looks very strong, though. Congratulations to everybody that's still in that. I mean, guys. A-Lab still looks phenomenal. Like, it's just comical how many of these that I hand out every single week. Nobody else is doing this. It's just, if they were, you'd see it. Where else do you see these types of results coming through every single week? Oh, here's another multi-100%er. Oh, here's 1,000%er. Oh, here's another one. Oh. You're just not going to see it anywhere else because these other people just don't have the ability to do this for everybody. They don't. If they had the ability to, they would. Yeah, Adrian, exactly. It's nothing to do with luck. You'll hit some stuff like that sometimes, but I stay away from biotechs because of that. It's just like, it's not my wheelhouse. You know? I'm not going to play in an arena where I know people know a lot more than I do, you know? But especially biotech. I usually stay away from those. All right, see what happens with this market. Amazon's still chopping around. It's fine, looking good. You got Hims looking good. Just kind of flatlining above 50. I like that. A-Lab looking just great, man. Look at that. New highs. Almost. Boom. Another one. Another win for the good guys. But all right, guys. It is 11:45. We are going to be wrapping up our scheduled programming for today. So I'm going to throw the link to LTMP in the live chat here for you guys. Remember, use code September, get 50% off your first month, and this is going to lock in the lower rate for you because, again, prices are going to be increasing every single month. So the price that you join at is the price that you pay. You'll never, ever, ever pay a higher price. You get locked in at the rate that you join at. It'll never go up on you. I think people that do that, it's very, very, very in poor taste to do that. But for everybody that waits, you're just going to come in at a higher price if you just continue waiting. So we'll see you guys in there. Again, first things first, connect your Discord account to your WAP account. That'll let you into the Discord. I'll send you the start here message. Start going through the learning curriculum videos, and we'll get you guys going with us. But HIM's looking good. Amazon looking okay. I mean, we're in position A this week, guys. Like, everything is looking pretty solid. Gold looking good. HIM's like, we've got an A lab today too. That was insane. So yeah, I'll try. I might be able to get a YouTube video out for you guys today. I might be MSTR. I don't want to talk. Like, I don't care about it. Like, what's it doing? MSTR sucks. Horrible chart. Dev, you're in the group with us, I'm pretty sure, too. What about this chart would make me interested? Garbage. Downtrend. It's another one of those things where it's like, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. If you're bullish on Ethereum, buy Ethereum. If you want leverage, get leverage on Ethereum and Bitcoin. You know, it's like, I don't really like these things. I don't think they're a very, very intelligent way to be operating in the market. I've said that before. I will continue saying it. And I just kind of prove it all the time. Like, what's Bitcoin doing today? Up 1.33%, MicroStrategy down. Oh, you want it to the downside. Oh. Well, you should have said that. You should have said that, Dad. Yeah, it looks good. Will I touch it? Probably not. I just, it's a no touch for me. It's like, why, the IV's on it. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm just not going near that. So, folks, I will see you guys later. See you in LTMP. Don't miss your chance to lock in the lower rate because prices will keep going up. And by the time you finally join, they're going to be a lot higher. So lock in the lower rate, get 50% off your first month. I will see you guys.